Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'll be showing you guys my updated eyebrow routine. I like a more natural and defined brow, so let's get started. So first I like to shape up my brows, and I like to use a clear bar soap. This one's the Neutrogena facial cleansing bar, and you want to make sure you use a clear soap instead of a solid colored one, just because it will show on your brows. And I like to do this with the e.l.f. spoolie brush, and what I do is just spray the soap with some water and then rub the spoolie onto the soap. So next I like to start brushing my eyebrow hairs up, and sometimes I like to go back to the soap if I need more product. And as you guys can see, it helps make your eyebrow hairs look much more thicker compared to my other brow. And then what I like to do is press down the hairs that are sticking up. You can leave them if you want, but I just personally like to brush them down. So now to fill in my brows, I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in the shade Ebony, which is their darkest brown. And I like to use this better than the Brow Wiz or the powder just because it's much more pigmented. And I also like to use their number 12 brush, which gives me a more precise hair-like stroke. So now to fill in the brow, I like to start in the middle so that the product is dispersed evenly. And then I like to do hair-like strokes, making sure the brush is in the same direction that my hair is going. And I also like to make sure that I'm using a light hand and that the product on my brush isn't too clumpy. And when I get to the front portion of my brow, I like to reposition the brush so that it's the opposite direction. It's much more easier for me. And as you guys can see, I only fill in the bottom portion of my brow, not the top, just because it makes it look more natural this way. So this next step is essential to get a more defined brow, and it's carving out your eyebrow with concealer. And the concealer that I'm using is this Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 25 Medium, which is one shade lighter than my skin tone. And then my favorite brush to do this with is the flat eyeliner brush by e.l.f. Now this part is pretty self-explanatory. You just carve out your brows, and then I used to use a lighter concealer to do this, but I found that it doesn't look as natural, so I decided to use one that was close to my foundation and skin tone. And then I like to drag the concealer downward so that I'm able to blend it out. Then to make sure that it's well blended, I just like to use my finger to do so. So next I'm going to be using this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 220 Natural Beige to carve out the top portion of my brow so that it looks even more defined, and it helps clean up the top of it. And then you want to make sure that you're not using concealer just because it's not going to look natural, and if you take flash photography you can see it. Now I'm just using the same process that I did with the concealer under my brows. So this last step that I like to do is use this Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, and I like to do this just because the soap moves around a lot and the brow gel gives me a hard finish so that the hairs don't move around throughout the day. And then here's a comparison between the two brows. So this completes my eyebrow tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed and found this helpful. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.